Con. Well, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who continue to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth in these last days. Shalom, Makim. Shalom. All right, it's your brother Uriah Ha'am of the GMS Louisiana Saints Camp, coming back at you with another quick video. Okay, the Most High's name is Yahweh, which means he exists. It's not Jehovah, it's not Yahweh, it's not Yahuwah, it's not God. It is Yahweh, which means he exists. And when you read Exodus, the 3rd chapter, and the 15th verse, all the way down, he broke his name down to Moses in the Lashawan Kadash, the Paleo-Hebrew, the Hebrew tongue. Okay? His only begotten son's name is Yahweh Shai, which means he is the deliverer. He saves. He is the savior. It's not Yeshua. It's not Yahshua. It's not Jesus Christ. It is Yahweh Shai. And when you call on those true powers, you must say Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. As Yahweh Shai said in the scriptures, he comes in his Father's name. No man can get to the Father without going through the Son. Okay? And the real 12 tribes of Israel, of Yasher Allah, consist of the so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, so-called Haitians, so-called Jamaicans, so-called Cubans, okay, so-called Mexicans, all the way down, so-called Colombians. We make up the real 12 tribes of Israel, of Yasher Allah. Yashar meaning prince, okay, son of the prince, Allah meaning power. All right, so this is another quick video I'm getting into. All right, that I went to the library because I'm always in the library. All right. All right, it says what? It says power warns of U.S. economy risk with pandemic at deadliest yet. All right, that's the Edomite Jerome Powell over the Federal Reserve, okay, over the IMF. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. And we're gonna get some precepts, okay, of course, okay, that ties right into this, and we're gonna close it out. 3 of the world's top central bankers, all Edomite central bankers, the IMF, okay, the keepers of the house, as I read in Ecclesiastes 12th chapter, okay? 3 of the top world central bankers warned Thursday that the prospect of a COVID-19 vaccine isn't enough to put an end to the economic challenges created by the pandemic, okay? And there was 3 of them, okay, that had a meeting, like it says in Job the 5th chapter. They meet in darkness, okay, and grope in the noonday, at daytime, okay? So they're holding these meetings saying, look, the vaccine is not going to be enough to overdo this, to shake the economy back. We have to come up with a plan, a strategic measure of a plan, okay, so that the economy can continue to go on, okay? It says what? We do see the economy continuing, it is, on a solid path of recovery, and America would never be the same. Babylon is falling. let me get that, man. Let me get that, man. The book of Revelations. The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 2. And he cried with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils. Devils right here. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay. It says what? And the whole of every foul spirit in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, of Babylon's fornication, okay? And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. That's why these other nations do not want the reserve currency as the dollar anymore. China has ditched the dollar. Russia has ditched the euro. Iran has gotten out of it, okay? Now this beast, this Roman Empire, okay, reincarnated, this eagle over here in Babylon wants to strategically issue in a digital dollar, which they're going to do beginning next year in 2021. Okay? So back into the article, it says, we do see the economy on a solid path of recovery, but the main risk we see to that is clearly the further spread of the disease here in the United States. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said during a panel discussion. There it is. He said it earlier. Job, the 5th chapter. A panel discussion. Let me get that, man. I don't quote nothing over here. Great millstone. We get the scriptures. That's in Job. Brought this out last night on the highway to spirit. Job, the 5th chapter. Job chapter 5. Straight to the point. Job chapter 5. And verse 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime, as these Edomites, these central bankers are doing, okay? The Rothschilds, okay? Amalek, okay? Jerome Powell himself is a low-level Edomite, all right? The Bilderbergs, okay? Like they have those Bilderberg meets over there in Berlin in Europe. They meet with darkness in the daytime, reading from Job, the 5th chapter and the 14th verse, and grope in the noonday as in the night. This devil cannot go to sleep unless something wicked is upon his bed. Steady plotting, steady strategizing how to take the children of Yasha'al of Israel down, how to starve you to death. Okay? Mass eviction is coming up on this place, man. A lot of homeless people. Okay? So back into the article, it says, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said during a panel discussion at a virtual conference hosted by the European Central Bank, all Edomites. Back in Ecclesiastes, get that, Ecclesiastes, where was that at? Was that in 13 or Ecclesiastes 12? Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3 once again. In the day which we're in, when the keepers of the house, like back then you had the what? You had the plebeians and you had the patricians, okay, pertaining to Revelation the 13th chapter, which I'm finna get, okay, which are right now are the Democrats and the Republicans, okay, they are the keepers of the house, the International Monetary Fund, okay, IMF, okay, the Trilateral Commission, okay, shall tremble. They're trembling right now. They don't know what to do because the COVID-19 was the perfect storm. And it's the Most High doing this thing like this, man. He controls the wicked, okay, which are the Edomites, the so-called white people. And the strong men shall bow themselves and the grinders cease, because it's mass unemployment at an all-time high right now. Now you're not through these coming vaccination shots. You're not going to be able to have a fucking job if you do not have records of a vaccination shot. And I seen a video that Dabu 7 did today saying in order to stay in a fucking hotel, you're going to have the vaccination shot. Okay? And on my job right now, working a chemical plant, okay, we get our temperature check every fucking morning. And this is coming down the pipe. The next thing they're going to try to stick that jab inside of you, man. Poke your ass. Esau wants to poke you, okay? And it says what? And the grinders cease because they are few. And it's only few. It's so many jobs have been lost due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Okay? Now you got people states closing down right now. New York said they probably finna shut it down. Cali is already on lockdown. Okay? And once those two major states do it, everyone else is gonna follow. Okay? Louisiana gonna follow with the Edomite John Bell Edwards, who had a meeting did a video on that. Okay? At the White House. Okay? In order to usher in, see how they gonna implement these vaccination shots. Okay? It's called gradualism, man. And this digital dollar is gradually leading to the radio frequency identification chip, which is the mark of the beast. The book of Revelations, chapter 13. All right. And verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, the Roman Empire, NATO and the EU. Okay. And he had two horns like a lamb, which back then were what? The plebeians and the patricians in the Roman Empire. The plebeians represent the poor. Patricians represent the rich. Right now you have what? The Democrats who are for the poor, and the Republicans for the rich, man. And they've been starving you fucking Israelites out, man. You ain't finna get no another stimulus package. You finna get that damn vaccination shot, and you finna be homeless out here. So in order to get back into society, okay, in order to indulge in this beast system, okay, you're going to have that vaccination shot. And then the famine is going to come. We're going to starve you out with that. Okay? And then in order to survive, you're going to have that chip inside of your body, in the forehead or in the hand. All right? And it says what? And he had two horns like a lamb. And that's what these Democrats and Republicans do. They speak all these good things, okay? But it's all bullshit. And only the men of the Lord can see this type of thing, okay? We know that they are all lies. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay, is nothing but a liar. Nancy Pelosi is nothing but a devil, a liar, okay? And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That dragon represents what? The father of lies, man, okay? Trying to take you down. How can I do it? Okay? Let me stick them with a vaccination shot. Let me starve them to death. Let me put them out of their homes. Let me enforce the martial law troops in them. Okay? And the military is going to be implemented on this on American soil. Okay? So back into the article, it states, I'm all over the place, but it's through the spirit. It says, Powell was joined on the panel by Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey and ECB President Christine Lagarde. Both echoed his caution and added to recent warnings from other central bankers against complacency. All right? So they're all meeting together, man. This new world order. It's global. It's worldwide. Okay? And if you can't see this new world order being implemented before your very eyes, then you just dead. Okay? And you can still see it. Okay? But what you gonna do, you can say you're not gonna take this chip or take that vaccination shot when it's in front of you. Okay? But what you gonna do when it's really in front of you, okay? And you ain't got no choice when this baby is over here starving to death. Okay? But the scripture says, woe to you that give child in these days. Pertaining to Matthew the 24th chapter, man. Okay? Isaiah the 13th chapter goes into that, man. Okay? They're meeting to organize this new world order, and they have to move fast because this devil has but a short time. Pertaining to Luke the 10th chapter. Okay? And Revelation 12 and 12. All right? Bailey called a recent Maxine news encouraging and said he hoped it will reduce uncertainty, but added, we're not there yet. Why? Because hyperinflation is going to hit this place, man. Okay? It's already starting in certain parts of the world right now, man. Over there in China. Okay? In India. All right? Over there in where that bomb hit over there in Lebanon and Beirut, man. Who been getting rocked with all kind of terror from the Lord, man. Okay? Let me get that, man. The book of Revelations, chapter 6, page tore out. Revelation chapter 6 and verse And verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal and heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, which represents what? The whole economic structure that fluctuates up and down through the stock market. Okay? The national debt is at what? Over $50 trillion. Okay? The all markets are in shambles, man. Okay? People saying this, they have never seen nothing like this. Okay? The economic dollar, the death of the dollar is at hand, man. Okay? And they're going to use that COVID-19 to say, well, in order not to get this, because the cases are allegedly steady rising, in order to not to get contaminated with this virus, let's just do away with the cash. The Most High used Esau to usher in the perfect storm, man. Okay? We at the end of this thing, man. All right? And it says what? And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. That's your hyperinflation right there, man. It's going to shoot up. Gas going to be $30 a barrel. Okay? Bread going to be $20. Okay? These Family Dollars and these Dollar Generals and these Dollar Tree stores, they're going to be closed, man. Okay? That's why these aisles in these stores are stocking up on food right now. Because panic is up on the earth right now, man. And it's the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, doing it. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, man. Okay? So once this digital dollar is implemented next year, and they're going to bring this UBI in, which is universal basic income, because the evictions are going to hit in January when it's the deadline. People not going to be able to have the money to pay it. They're going to put you on a plan where you're going to have to rely on the government. The government's going to take care of you. That's all in Revelation the 13th chapter. Worshiping the beast in this image and receiving this mark. Let me read more. And it says, yeah, the words of warning can't come as much of the United States and Europe is enveloped in a new wave of coronavirus outbreaks, which the UK is already, and now they got talking about a new strain of a COVID-19 virus. Okay, and you can look that up, man. All right, we're watching over here, Great Mill. We're watching closely over here, Great Millstone, beginning with the elders and apostles. In the United States, hospitalizations are at a record highs, which is bullshit. Okay, because once a person dies, all they do is just label you. They write it on those charts, or he died of COVID. And this fucking man probably died of cancer, or had a stroke or a heart attack, or died of AIDS. All right, they just label you as on the toe tag as being a COVID-19 victim. In Europe and the UK, governments have moved to reimpose lockdowns to limit the spread of the virus. Worldwide, cases top 52.3 million and deaths exceed 1.28 million. Hold on, man. This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. We don't trust nothing that these fucking Edomite so-called white man says. CNN, like Donald Trump says, CNN, Fox News, CBN, CNBC, all that other shit is fake news, man. Okay? And Donald Trump, you too. You a devil too. But he saw the Amalekites, the Rothschild, they had to kick his ass out of the seat of power, of being the king of Babylon, because he was going against it. He was saying that COVID-19 was fake. Okay? In so many words, he was saying it, man. All right? So they got that devil out, and they got another devil coming in. Okay? And that's if Trump, okay, decides to hand it over. Okay? Because did a video on it a while back. What the Edomite name was, man. Roger Stone. Roger Stone told him, look, if you lose, declare martial law. Okay, so from now on, okay, up until January the 20th, when the inauguration is, anything can happen. All right? And it says what? Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's all these people are performing, is great wickedness upon the earth, man. Okay? Here we go right here. Fed officials next to me December 15th, which is today, to December 16th, which is tomorrow, and may tweak their bond buying program in a bid to offer the economy further support, which is what? Like they've been saying in the news, avoiding this government shutdown, pumping billions of dollars into the economy, trillions of dollars. Now they're saying, nah, we're not going to give you another stimulus package. We're going to give you a $300 bonus on your unemployment benefits, which is steady leading to hyperinflation, man. All right, this shit is about to hit the fucking fan, man. All hell is about to break loose, and this is Jacob's trouble that we're entering into. Jeremiah 30:7. All right, it says power alluded to following their policy, meaning last week the BOE upped the size of its own bond buying program last week at the ECB, okay, which was meeting with the guy from Europe, okay, has already flagged that it's also getting ready to add monetary accommodation in the Eurozone next month. All right, and here's the point I want to get to right here. All right, it says even after the unemployment rate goes down, which it will not. Okay, we're not ignorant to Satan's device. It says in the book of Corinthians. Okay, even after the unemployment rate goes down, and there is a vaccine, and the vaccine is here today. Okay, and it's tested on a nigger woman. Okay, the weak ass nigger woman. Okay, which is the fucking devil, is our enemy according to the scriptures in Micah the 7th chapter. There is going to be probably a substantial group of workers who are going to need support as they find their way in the post-pandemic economy. That's how they're setting this UBI up, man, to where you're going to be forced to rely on the government to take care of you. You want to stay in your home, you gotta take this, get involved in this program. You're not going to be able to fly unless you got the vaccine. You want to keep that damn car, take the vaccine. Okay? It's the beast in his image, man. Okay? Because it is going to be different, meaning perilous times are going to hit this earth, okay, pertaining to the book of Timothy, okay, because it's going to be different in some fundamental ways. Paul said, Lagarde sounded a slightly more optimistic note, citing the rise of telemedicine and digital payments as positive features of a more technology-reliant world. All roads lead to the radio frequency identification chip. Digital payments are about to be issued out, man. Okay? A cashless society. All right? Here's the last point. I'm going to get a precept and close it out. There will be transformation that will be beneficial. Oh, let me get that, man. Here it is right here, man. So Rock 12:16. An enemy speaking sweetly with his lips. What did it say right here? There will be transformation that will be beneficial. I mean, it's going to help you. It's going to uplift you. You're going to have a backbone. Don't worry about it. Esau, Edom got you. Okay? An enemy speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. Because he know that you are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you so-called Mexicans. So taking that chip is separating you from the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and you're going to be utterly burnt with thermonuclear fire. Let me get that, man. The spirit is on to get that, man. Book of Revelations, chapter 14, all right, and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man, Most High has no regard of human beings, man, no respect of a person. If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, because you got Elon Musk with the Neuralink, okay, the brain chips, okay, and you're going to have the chip inside of the hand underneath the skin, man, charagma, okay, and charax. Also, when you look up the etymology of that word, which goes into the incision, the syringe, cutting underneath the skin. The book of Leviticus says, well, you shall not make no cutting upon the flesh. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture, no chaser. It's going to be straight fire. Like you get those alcoholic beverages with ice in it to water it down so it won't be as strong. No, you're going to feel this full blast of thermonuclear heat with no chaser. Okay? Nothing added to it. at its pure finest, okay? Into the cup of his indignation, the Most High, Yahweh through Yahweh Shah, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, the thermonuclear ICBM missiles with radiation coming to tear your ass to pieces, man. Okay? America's going to be set on fire. Okay? And the inhabitants of the land. Malachi 4:1. And in the presence of the Lamb. Back into the article, the last little bit. It will, what was I at? There will be sectors of services that were not available that can, well, this is a fucking devil, man. Setting the stage for it, man, right here. That can be now provided from anywhere to somewhere. So things that were not available, now they're going to be available to at your convenience. Just take the vaccination shots. Get these digital payments. Get this chip. And you can survive. And they're going to use these entertainers, these celebrities, these Jake pastors. Not only the Jake pastors, these Edomite pastors too, who have these mega churches. Like the one out there in San Antonio, Texas. John Hagee, or the other Edomite, I forgot his fucking name out there in Texas, man. Joel Osteen. You're going to have Creflo Dollar. Perry Stone. We know all of you, man. We're exposing all of y'all. You're pure devils. Okay? It will accelerate digitalization. If I'm saying that correctly. It will accelerate digitalization. Digital dollars, man. Okay? A cashless society. Nothing but numbers, man. Okay? Esau going straight numbers on this thing, man. Which is an area where Europe was a little bit lagging behind and where clearly much progress had to be made. End it off right here. The book of Revelations. Chapter 17 and all right, and verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. And we always go over the 10 horns, okay? We know who they are. France, okay? Belgium, okay? Greece, Germany, Spain, Italy, the Luxembourgs, the Netherlands, the UK, and Portugal, man. Those are your 10 horns, all right? And it says what? Which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power. That's it right there. What it say? Which is an area where Europe was a little bit, the European Union, which was a little bit lagging behind, and where clearly much progress had to be made. But receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. The European Union, man. Which is NATO, is military, and the European is political, man. All right? All roads lead to the RFID chip. And you know I got to get that before I close it out. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Let me get that again, man. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, everybody. This thing is global. The New World Order is global, man. Okay? It's a worldwide event. Okay? Both small and great, the ones who on the low level, the ones who on the high in high offices, rich and poor, the ones who got money, the ones who are homeless, free and bond, the ones that are walking around here on these streets, the ones that are in your county jails and your parish prisons, okay? To receive, you're going to get it, a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Here you go. And that no man might buy or sell. You're not going to be able to do anything unless you have this chip inside of you. Esau wants total control of you. Hell, he already has the fatness of the earth. What more could this devil want to accomplish? Full control over a human being. Okay? You are walking digital currency, man. Okay? And it says what? Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding, reading from verse 18, count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 606, which is the barcode upon these labels that you buy out of your products, man. 6, 6, and 6, man. If you have the Spirit is working with you, you can receive that, and you're going to see it. Scripture say, blessed are the eye that see what we see. All right, so like I said, that was a quick video. Hell, I don't know where I was at on it. Like it went down to 30 minutes. Okay, you're going to get this article, okay? There it is right there. All right. So with that, I'm going to face the east according to Daniel 6:10 and Ezekiel 8:16, giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who continue to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth in these last days. Shalom, Akim, Abal, Kwam Yashala.